So a little bit about what I'm going to speak about is I want to talk about a little bit about my journey, but my journey revolving around discovering the power of communities and why I think that's so important with the work that we are doing. So that's a little bit of a heads up to what I'm going to do. So Ravi, you can start. So, like Ravi mentioned, I grew up in Dubai, but at 17, I was pretty done with the place. I was very disillusioned, as he said, with the whole materialistic, more sort of culture. And I was looking for some place where I could really, truly give myself and work towards something that I actually felt passionate about. And so that's what led me to this place, which is Auroville, which is it's Sadhana Forest in Auroville. But that's a sort of place that sort of, going at 17, it made me discover a lot of things about myself and just the type of work that I wanted to be doing in the future. I think that's Auroville was a critical turning point in my life where I was like, okay, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it with the power of communities and hanging out with a bunch of Koreans as well. And I was a volunteer teacher at a school in Auroville. I was really interested in education, and that's what I wanted to pursue. And so after Auroville, I was like, okay, I want to explore this community thing aspect more. So I volunteered at a village in Rajasthan. I was living for 3 months, and that just showed me another aspect, more traditional aspect of community, but yet so important, right? And that's the image that you see here. Well, after all of this, I was like, it's time to go to university. So I went to Ashoka University and I studied sociology and anthropology. Yeah, human beings and human societies. So unfortunately, it was also COVID time, so I had to go back home. So I had to go back to Dubai, and I finished my semester over there. And well, there's a lot of things happened during COVID. One of the things was I broke up with my ex. That's another story. There's two more drinks, and you'll get to know that. But another aspect was, like, I think for a lot of us, COVID really made us introspect, and similar for me. And so I was helping my sister in her store. She runs a gifts and flower store. But I knew that I wanted to do something more, and I didn't want to stay in Dubai. And so and one fine day I was in the shop and I was scrolling through my WhatsApp, and in my university WhatsApp group, uh, the website of Bill 3 came about. And when I went through it, I was like, what? Oh, yeah, so this is me. I was missing this aspect of me in Dubai, like just being with nature, just away from the concrete jungle, doing purposeful, soulful work. So when I received that message, it was a message about just Bill 3's what do you call website, and that's what really hooked me. There was people talking about Maslow's hierarchies of needs in a careers page. There were people talking about purpose. There were people talking about actually doing stuff that meant something. And I was like, oh, VC firm in Goa. I'm like, what the what? What's that about? So I was like, okay, I made a decision and I decided to take a one-way flight to Goa, and I landed up at Bill 3. Bill 3 does many things. It started as a venture builder, and it continues to do so. We invest and we help build impact-focused startups. So any startup that betters the mind, body, or the planet, and it's aligned with the sustainable development goals, that's our niche. So essentially, profit plus purpose, right? And yeah, so I met Varun, who is the founder of Bill 3, and he told me about what he's doing. And so almost every day we have events at Bill 3 that range from entrepreneurial events, from product show and tells. So it's a platform for entrepreneurs to showcase their products, to events like beach frisbee or beach football, or like collective cookouts, or theater sessions. Essentially, we are trying to create a community where founders and artists can come, they can mingle together, and that pressure of networking, which I think I hate that word because it's so transactional. Uh, Sharing is more important, but sharing only happens when you have bonds, when you make bonds, emotional bonds with people, and that's our main work at Bill 3, creating bonds, but for a specific group of people, which is founders and artists, right? So you can see here there's a collective breathwork session before an ice bath, which was happening over here. Uh, yeah, this was quite exciting. So recently we finished the first edition of our accelerator program, where 37 people who didn't almost didn't know each other came. 19 startups were formed, and we funded 5 startups. We gave each startup 25 lakhs. Uh, we got more investors who's pitching in 70 lakhs. So these are the first. This was the first successful cohort. The next cohort is coming in April. And the next aspect of the business is, like I said, we want to build a community. And so by building a community, what's important is getting people who are interested in building businesses, who are interested in art, giving them a space to live, giving them programs, events to sort of make those bonds and connections. We have living spaces for people, which include dorms and private rooms, and just the type of I just love hanging out in the dorms. Like after, like the people who are living in the dorms here, I just love hanging out in the dorms after hard days. So just like it's just fun to be with people. So yeah, this is a motley group of people. Some of them you'll meet in the crowd, and but essentially that's what we want to do. We are the flower power movement for startups. I like to call myself the Woodstock movement. I don't know, whatever you want to call the Auroville for startups. So, and I think as fellow community builders and people here, we have a purpose. And I think what's important about this purpose is this: sugarcane juice. No, I'm just kidding. It's about the reason why this machine is important. It takes time to start, right? You turn, you turn, you turn, you make those wheels go, and then suddenly it just clicks. And that's the power of community. That's the power that we have right here, and what Ravi is trying to do for us. So I think as community builders, we owe it to everyone to sort of keep turning those wheels if we feel passionate about a project, and just create avenues for people to showcase their best selves. This is this project represents one of the dream projects for Bill 3. We've bought about 11 acres of land in Maharashtra. We are going to build a startup eco village. So whatever we're doing in Goa is going to be done on a larger scale in the startup eco village. And yeah, so thank you so much. And this was quick and fun. Thank you so much. I like it.